Folks, we're going to talk right now about the compensation available within North American Power, but I'm going to do it in a unique way. I'm going to talk to you as a customer, because when people say, why should I become a customer of North American Power, the most compelling reason is North American Power is actually going to give you an opportunity. See, when you're a customer of any other electric utility, you pay your bill, you get electricity. It's a great deal. You pay your bill, you get electricity. But with North American Power, in addition to getting electricity, you have an opportunity. No investment, no risk. You have an opportunity to go out there and make some money. And I'm going to try to keep this very simple. Whether you're just a customer saying, hey, I'd be happy to make a little extra money, or you're a network marketing professional saying, I'm used to making $50,000 a month residually, what's in it for me? I'm going to share with you over the next few minutes how you can get that by simply saying yes to North American Power. Now, the first question I'm going to ask you is, first and foremost, if it were possible, would you like your electric company to pay your bill for you? The obvious answer has to be yes. I don't think anybody out there would say no. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about you becoming a customer of North American Power, and then we're just going to ask you a couple simple questions. If we were in a live audience, understand the response is always going to be in the affirmative. But I'm going to ask you and let you answer this question yourself at home. How many people do you think you know that have been harmed in the economy the last 3, 4, 5 years that pay an electric bill right now and might like to have their electric company pay their bill for them? So you think for a second, how many people fit that profile? They need to make extra money because they've been damaged in the economy, or they pay an electric bill right now and would love to have their electric company pay that bill. Because we're going to give everybody competitive rates. That's the given, folks. Competitive rates, that's the standard. We're talking about going above and beyond. Everybody says, hey, we can save you some money. But what if we could go out there and actually pay your bill for you? So you tell me, is it possible that we could all go out there and find 10 people? Your number better be much higher than 10. It should be 500. It should be 50. But if we just said 10 people that pay an electric bill right now that would love to have their electric company pay that bill for them, I don't think that's asking too much, even as a customer, to go out there and refer a handful of people. Now watch this. You're done. Your job is over. You never do another thing. My question to you is, do you think those 10 people, having become customers of North American Power and receiving very competitive rates, do you think any of those folks would like to have their electric bill paid for by their electric company? Because if the answer is yes, then we're going to say they did the same thing that you did. They each go out there and they refer 10 people. And when they refer 10 people, there's now 100 new customers being introduced, being referred to North American Power. Now, if we just pause there for a second, you introduced 10 people, and let's say that it took you 24, 48, 72 hours. Let's say it took you 7 days. But if we're working with you to sort through the people, we'll help you get your 10. And then we'll say it takes the whole rest of the month, 3 weeks, for us to help each of those 10 to refer theirs. Just so you know, folks, there are people that refer 10 people in their first 24 hours, just because it makes sense. Everybody pays an electric bill. Everybody's looking for ways to either save money or make some extra money in this economy. So we're talking about a no investment, no risk model that provides customers with a way to get residual income for referring a service that they're already using. Now watch this. You take those 110 customers, as a customer, that's worth between $27.50 and $55 per month. The difference is if any of these customers and you yourself have chosen to support 100% renewable energy. And we'll get to that in a second. But the bottom line is the average customer out there has an electric bill of roughly $200. Yours might be a little higher, might be a little lower, but if you said the average for the 12 months out of the year, let's call it $200. If you were receiving a check from North American Power for $27.50 or as much as $55, Do you understand? In effect, you would be receiving a rebate from your electric company to the tune of 12 to 25%. Because if you had a $200 bill and we sent you a check for $55, that represents a 25% rebate on your bill. But watch this. That's just the beginning, folks. Do you think any of these people right there, knowing that you just got a check for, let's call it $35, might want to get a little referral rebate check back from the North American Power Electric Company? The answer is, of course. Now, we're going to assume that they're not as motivated as you. They're going to go out there and instead of finding 10 people, we're going to dumb it down. And we're going to say they each went out there and found 5 people. They referred 5 people who said, yes, I pay an electric bill, and yes, I'd like to have my electric company pay my bill. Now you've got 610 people. I'm going to round it down and call it 600 customers referred in your little distribution. And those 600 customers are representing a $150 to $300 a month residual income. Now again, I want to pause there for a second because I'm not talking about you becoming some superstar network marketer, home-based business owner. You're a customer who referred a handful of customers because you like the idea of saving some money and getting a little rebate for referring some folks. You have not done another thing but the duplication, the exponential growth, because of the fact that there's no investment, because of the fact that there's no risk, because of the fact that if somebody does not like the service, they're not held to any type of a long-term contract. They can leave anytime they want without penalty. You've got 600 people referred into this business. Now, watch this, folks. You're not doing anything else. But do you think those 500 people would love to have their electric bill paid for by their electric company? Keeping it the same, they each referred 5. You now have 2,500 customers referred into your distribution. We total up, you've got 3,000. Actually, it's a little over 3,000, but I'm going to keep the numbers round. 3,000 people. 3,000 people. Creates a check for you, residually, by the way, $750 to $1,500. $750 to $1,500 per month, residually, month after month, because of these folks going out there and referring the service. Now, again, I'm not going to ask you to jump up and down. It's not $1 million. You can't quit your job. But let's split the difference, and we'll call it $1,000 a month. If you were receiving $1,000 each month from North American Power because you chose to use their service and refer a handful of people, is there any chance you would ever leave the service as long as they provided you with competitive rates and that check kept coming month after month? Here's the question. What could you do? What could you do with $1,000 each month? Well, certainly you could pay your utility bill. Could you make your car payment? If you live in an apartment, could you cover your rent? See, we're trying to go out there and provide economic recovery, personal economic recovery for the average family by saying choose North American Power and take advantage of our opportunity. But I'm not done, folks, because watch this. Do you think those folks might like to get their electric bill paid for by their electric company? If those 2,500 each went out there and just referred 5 people, again, none of these folks, including you, are doing too much work. You referred 10, now we're talking about people just referring 5 out of everyone that they know. 2,500 times 5. We're now talking about a little over 15,000 people, a little over 15,000 customers choosing North American Power. What does that mean for you? Theoretically, if those folks all chose North American Power, your little referral base could be generating between $3,500 and $7,000 per month, month after month after month. Now, folks, again, we started off talking about why you should become a customer. Have we now crossed into an arena where folks could start thinking about this as a full-time income? I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know how much money you make. But I will challenge 95% of America does not make. We'll split the difference again and say $5,000 per month. If you had a $5,000 per month residual income coming in because you chose North American Power, how are you doing? And last but not least, if those folks chose to go out there and refer 5 people, we're just going to round it to 60,000. 60,000 customers in your little referral base. Is it going to happen overnight? No. Is it going to happen in a week or in a month? No. But watch this. North American Power doubles your income on that 6th generation or that 6th level. You're earning on the 6th level alone between $30,000 and $60,000 per month. You total this whole thing together, you're looking at an income in excess of $35,000 per month that could go as high as $70,000. And I'm just going to simply say this. If you've ever seen this done on a board before and said, you know what, I've seen that it didn't work, it's because every single one of these people was asked to invest money, $300, $400, $500, for the opportunity to participate with the company and go out there and market the services. We have taken that risk away. We've taken the investment away. We've taken the barriers to entry away. We're simply saying, if you pay an electric bill right now and you choose North American Power and you share it with a handful of people without any investment, risk, or requirement to do anything else, what if? What if it started to take off? Folks, all I want you to understand is North American Power is a legitimate energy supplier. It's a choice for customers, but by taking the barriers to entry, we now have crossed into an opportunity that will provide you financial stability in your household and, quite frankly, could offer you financial independence. How many people do you know right now either need a little extra money, a little extra time, or both? That's the income available to every single person who gets started as a customer of North American Power. Thanks so much for listening.